So, yes, let's come together. We are live. It's going to be an amazing time. Let's spread the word around. One hour of exceptional time. Spread the word around. I'm going to be with the phenomenal Adenike Ogunlesi, the one and only. So I call her doctor. She says she doesn't want doctor. Let's go to the lion's den. And let's hear from an amazing Nigerian, a pride of our nation. Invite as many people as you can. Conclave Summit 2025. We're going to be having amazing speakers. Okay, so let me know where you are joining from. Where are you joining us from? It's a brand new year. It's a brand new year. Happy New Year to you all. I'm so excited. This is an amazing year filled with great possibilities. I'm going to be talking about the Conclave Summit coming up here in March. Yeah, UK in the building. So I'll be in UK in March. The Conclave Summit will be in UK in March. Maryland in the building. I'll be in the US in April. The Conclave Summit is taking place in Houston in April. And Port Harcourt, Kano, we are coming to Kano. Abuja, we're coming to Abuja next month. Abu Dhabi, UAE, we just came back from Qatar a few weeks ago. So Chess Aunt, yeah, we're coming. We're going to be in the UK, going to be in London and in Preston, England. That's where the Conclave Summit will be taking place. So you guys register, send me a DM on how you can register. Borno, okay. We're going to be in Kaduna, we're going to be in Zaria, Jos, and Kano. So just stay in touch. We'll let you know. But Jos and Zaria is next month. I think 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, next month. Denmark, you're welcome. Let's come together. Let's come together. We're looking at the Conclave Summit for 2025. Just want to share a few things with you. Canada, I'll be in Canada in April. We are doing the summit in Canada at the Hilton in April. Easter weekend, April 19, I believe. So, Canada, send me a DM so that I will send you all the details. Send your phone number to the DM. So, all of you that want to attend, if you want to attend the conference in the UK, send me your name and phone number by DM. You want to attend the conference in America, send me your phone number by DM. You want to attend the conference in Canada, Kaduna, Abuja, Zaria, Jos, Kano, all those places we are coming in this year. We're going to be in Ghana, we're going to be in South Africa. So we're doing 14 countries this year. We're going to be in Côte d'Ivoire. So we're going to be in 14 countries. So any country where you are, if you want us to come, just send me your name and your phone number. It will be in Toronto. Yeah, it will be in Toronto. So send me your name and phone number by DM and we'll get in touch with you. Yes, you're welcome. It's 12 noon Nigerian time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Olumide Emmanuel, and I'm going to be your host in the next 1 hour. And I'm so excited because of this session. We've been trying to do this for a while. And I'm the global president of the Billionaires Conclave. The Billionaires Conclave is a network of high net worth individuals, families, and organizations under my mentorship. We are members in 15 countries on 6 continents, spread all over the world. And one of the things I've come to realize is that mentorship is very important in the journey of your life, because many times you need someone to hold you by the hand. You need to use mentorship to minimize your mistake and eliminate the gaps. Because when you stand on the shoulders of others, you will see farther. You don't need to make my mistakes. If I'm mentoring you, my mistake becomes your wisdom, and it becomes a leverage for you to be able to do better in life. And I'm so excited because of the opportunity we have today. So every year we host what we call the Conclave Summit. Every year we host the Conclave Summit, and the Conclave Summit is a 2-day fully residential event where all our members from all over the world, we gather together and then we position ourselves for greater things in the new year. However, a few years ago, we decided to break it up so that instead of everybody coming to Nigeria, we now have the version in Nigeria for those that want to come. So first weekend of March, we do it in Nigeria. Once we are done with Nigeria, we move to Europe and North America. So this year, we're going to be having the Nigerian version on the 7th and the 8th of March, Friday 7th and Saturday 8th of March, which is 2 days fully residential. So if you are in the UK, you can attend the version in the UK at the Marriott in Preston. And if you are in North America, if anywhere in Europe you come to UK, anywhere in North America you come to Houston. We're going to be in Houston in April to do that. So, but for the Nigerian version, we're going to be doing that at the Marriott Hotel Ikeja GRA on the 7th and the 8th of March this year, 2025. Our guests are amazing individuals. We have, it seems as if the Lions Den is the one giving us speaker this year. We have Paul Nwanibe, the CEO of Landmark Africa. He's going to be a speaker. We did an Insta Live together last month. An amazing and phenomenal session. You can go to my YouTube channel, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube, to go and watch that. It's an amazing time that we had talking about this same event. And we're going to be having my friend all the way from the UK, Lekon Adegua. He's a leadership coach, a leadership phenomenal speaker. He's a lecturer in the university and also a life coach. He's going to be talking to us on leadership, leading in challenging times. You need to leading with courage in the midst of challenging times. We're going to be having our speaker today that will be joining me is Mrs. Adenike Ogunlesi. I call her doctor, she said. So Mrs. Adenike Ogunlesi, an amazing, phenomenal Nigerian that is doing an amazing work, a role model and an exceptional person of integrity in our nation. She's going to be joining us and she's going to be one of our speakers. So I'm going to be spending time with her today just to share and have a foretaste of what you will be expecting. So the Conclave Summit is absolutely free for all members of the Billionaires Conclave. It's a 2-day fully residential event and it's absolutely free. So all our members, we come, we spend 2 days together. But what we have done is every time we have the Conclave Summit, we have members that want to bring their spouse, bring their friends, bring their staff, bring their colleague, bring people in their network. So that's why we decided to make it open. So every year, we open it up to non-members to come and join us. And if you want to be a part of that, it's just $2,000 only. $2,000 only. And our exchange rate is 1,500 naira. Our exchange rate is 1,500 naira. So that $2,000 is 3 million naira. And that includes 2 days fully residential hotel at the Marriott. You can go and find out how much is a room at Marriott. It includes conference materials, the park breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and includes all the seminar sessions. So the theme for this year is disruptions. Disruptions. We're looking at the disruptions that are taking place and how we can position ourselves to be able to excel regardless of the disruption. So we're looking at disruptions, individuals, families, and organization. Individuals, families, and so if you want to become a member of the Billionaires Conclave, you call the numbers on the screen, 0809 144 7423 or 0802 305 9058. It's cheaper for you to be a member, because being a member is just $3,000 and or $5,000 or $10,000 depending on the level you want to come in. So if you pay $3,000, you are a member, you come free. If you are not a member, you pay $2,000. So it's really better for you to join us and become a member. So that's the program. We want to just talk about that because the world we live in right now, it's a VUCA world. It's a world of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, and disruptions. And that is why we are focusing with AI, with fourth, fifth industrial revolution, with the uncertainties in different parts of the world. We all need to be positioned in order to excel. So I'm going to be inviting my guest today to join me. If you are here, please let me know so that I can invite you in. Let me check if she's here so that we can start this journey. Okay. Okay, she's not here yet, so I'm waiting for her to join us. Okay, I think I've seen her. Yeah. Okay. Telling you, if you want to be the best version of yourself this year, 2025, then you need to be a part of this conference. If you want to maximize your possibility, then you need to be a part of this amazing conference. Okay, so I've invited her. I'm expecting her to join us anytime from now. Let me check again. Okay. So I've not seen her, but I've sent a request. So you can please, Ma, send me a request from your hand also, because I've seen it's saying you're unable to join. I don't know why. Tech people, you need to help us out. So those of you that are
There
tech people.
we go.
Okay. Yes,
There
so
we go. There we go, Doc. How are you?
happy New Year. Oh,
Happy
finally,
New Year.
finally.
Yes, I know.
Wow. It's a joy to have you around. Thank you very much for making this sacrifice.
It's
Because we said we want to hear your voice before the main event. Let people have a foretaste. And to be sure that is she really coming? She's coming. Oh.
I am indeed coming. I am absolutely going to be there. Absolutely going to be there. I will be there.
Thank you very much, Ma, for all you do. You are one of the Nigerians that make us proud. You are a person of integrity. You have made Nigeria, a place for us to be able to point to people like you to say, these are people in Nigeria. So you cannot paint all of us with one brush. So we are grateful to God for your life of integrity, for your pioneering spirit, and for all the things you have done. And then sitting on the lion's den, the way you bring those things and, you bring some wisdom. I say, okay, now we need to have this. So you are welcome, Ma. Thank you very much for all you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everybody who's online. I thank you for having me, and I'm looking forward to this session with Dr. today.
So, ma'am, let's people already know you, but maybe you want to just do a brief introduction. And I'm really interested in the in the Gatimo aspect, because a lot of people already know Ruff and Tumble, but this Gatimo angle, I want to get a lot of that. So just talk to us. Who is Adenike Ogunlesi?
Thank you very much. I call myself a fashion entrepreneur amongst the many roles I fulfill in my life. Being a mother, a wife, a sister, and all those other family roles that I play. I'm the founder of Gatimo Limited that owns the Ruff and Tumble brand, and the founder of Gatimo Apparel, also owned by Gatimo Limited, is a brand that makes clothing. It's a garment manufacturing facility, a very up-to-date, very modern garment manufacturing facility that produces mass production, that has the capacity to produce mass production garments. So T-shirts, uniforms, school uniforms. There's a new school in Lagos called Charterhouse, for example. They're one of our customers. Total is one of our customers. There's some designers as well that we produce for, as well as producing for Ruff and Tumble. So that is the business that produces the garments that you see in the Ruff and Tumble stores. Wow. So it's all owned by Gatimo Limited, and that's what Gatimo Limited is all about.
Okay.
You know, producing retailing. So there's a retail aspect, there's a manufacturing aspect. It's divided into two.
Okay, wow. Now, you know, when Ruff and Tumble came, it was like, wow, is this Nigeria? Because, you know, a lot of people will go abroad, oh, we're going to do shopping for you in summer, don't worry. But now it's like, so let's go back to that Ruff and Tumble story, because that was like a disruption on its own. It was like a pioneering move. So take us through why you tried to do that. Yeah.
At the time, the honest truth is, I wasn't thinking about disruption. I think we didn't even. I didn't even think of words like that at that time. This is almost 30 years ago now.
Yeah.
I was tired of making clothes for women. I was tired of it. Because there was always bust, waists, and hips issues. And so I took a break because I was also having children. And I wanted to sort of like refocus myself on what are the next steps of my life, because this is a new season in my life. I'm now married. I have 3 small children. I have a husband. I have family commitments for the first time in my life. So what would that look like, and what would enable me be there to be a mother, to be a wife, which are also very important roles in my own life, in my personal life. And what I did was I tried to do interior design because I like interior design, because I'm a creative. I'm naturally a creative at heart. And I realized that waiting on people to give me work was not my style. It didn't work for me. It wasn't going to work for me. So I just, I can't separate my spirituality from the rest of my life. And so I just went in and I went to seek God. And I said, I want you to give me an idea that will create something that will make people look for me. I don't want to go to people. I want people to come and look for me. And then all of a sudden I realized, but you make clothes. You have 3 small children. You want to go and buy pajamas for them, they're too expensive. You want to buy this, you can't afford them because you're a young family. Why don't you start making clothes for your children? And so I just started making clothes for my children. People said, my sister-in-law, for example, said to me, make pajamas, 5 pairs of pajamas or 7 pairs of pajamas. Another friend said, make 3 pairs of pajamas. I said, why are you all looking for pajamas like this? What's going on? So I decided just to go around Lagos to see what was actually available for children in the market. So I even went as far as going to Balogun. I went to Tejosho. I went to Allen Avenue, Awolowo Road. I went to Ogunlano Drive in Surulere and Adeniro Ogunsoya in Surulere to see what is available. What is available in this market that is of good quality that I would want for my children. And I found that there was very limited choice. There was no customer service. You were spending your money in a place where people didn't really care. There was structure in that industry. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I started making these children's clothes. My friend, I didn't have a name for it. Then my neighbor was running a teddy bear festival. And she said she's looking for somebody to make children's clothes. I said, you are looking at the person. I volunteered myself before she even finished the sentence. And she said, so what are we going to write on the canopy? I said, I don't know yet. I don't have a name. So she said, what kind of clothes do you want to make? I said, I just want things that children can play, rough around in. She said she would draw a drum with children tumbling out of it. I said, we're going to call it Ruff and Tumble.
Wow.
Outside her kitchen door, no focus group, no nothing. Outside her kitchen door, Mrs. Bemi Shashore, she's still alive in this Lagos. This name was formed outside her kitchen door. And honestly, there was no looking back. We wrote Ruff and Tumble on it. I made about 120 or 110,000 nairas worth of clothes, and we sold over 100,000 nairas worth of clothes of that day in the museum kitchen, open air, with my children as my first models running around the place.
Wow.
Boom. That's how this business started. That was the beginning of the creation of the brand Ruff and Tumble.
Wow.
That was really the beginning.
Wow, that's
Very
amazing.
humble beginning.
Yeah, it's really very it's amazing. Wow, Ruff and then the Tumble,
Yes.
and that's it.
And that was, I just said to her, that's the name. And that's how we formed the name.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
Now, so the Gatimo apparel, because how did that go? Because Ruff and Tumble is all we knew. Gatimo
So great question. Gatimo apparel has always been there, but very low-key, serving only one customer. So in 2017 or 2016, there was a big devaluation.
Yeah.
So I brought a group of consultants in, and we sat down for about a week. We sat down every single day looking at the business and what were the next steps for the business and in what direction should the business go. Because disruption is guaranteed to happen in life. You know, adversity is part of the human experience, and adversity is what actually shapes who we become and shapes the story and the story of our lives. And so we looked at the business and we said, okay, so what assets do we have that we're not sweating enough and that we can sweat even further? And we realized we had this manufacturing facility that was sewing for only Ruff and Tumble.
Wow.
No, we can't have that. We need to get other customers. So what are the other products we can make? What are the other machines that we need to be able to raise the bar, improve the quality of the production, enable us to move into mass production? We can make 650 to 1,000 t-shirts in a day.
Wow.
Facility that we're in right now, yes, we can. Polo t-shirts, we can do like 650 of them in a day.
Wow.
Dress shirts, we can do 250, between 250 and 300 in a day. So that was what we were gunning for. And if not for that disruption in the marketplace where the currency was devalued, we may never have looked at those assets and said, what can we do? So adversity is a good thing, and disruption is a good thing. It's that we must be mentally ready to be disrupted, because it was the currency that disrupted us. The brands from South Africa at one point came into Nigeria, and I remember everybody saying they've disrupted the market. I'm not going to survive. In fact, a bank told me I will not survive.
Wow.
That disruption. And I said, watch me. This is my country.
Yeah.
This is my market. They are bringing fur to come and sell in a country that has no winter. How much market survey have they done? What do they know about the Nigerian customer? Nothing. Where are all those South African brands today? All gone. All gone. So for me, disruption and mental toughness go hand in hand.
Wow.
It goes hand, because adversity is part of the human experience. We must be ready for disruption. We must be ready for adversity. We must be ready for change, because change is the only constant that exists.
Wow. My people, are you hearing this? You need to understand that crisis creates opportunities.
Absolutely.
And sensitive and observant to be able to understand what's happening around you and how to navigate things. This was a factory machine sitting down, serving only one customer, but having the possibility and the potential to be what it is today. But it took devaluation, it took a disruption for them to say, look, what else can we do? What else can we do from here? And today we have that. Wow, that's amazing. And you know, COVID was another. So how did you survive COVID? Give us the COVID story, because nobody's buying clothes for children in COVID now.
Nobody was buying clothes for children, and I was sat in my house and I was thinking, I have this business. I can't do any business. But actually, I must confess, my sales team were calling people. But let me backtrack. When we realized that we were not going to be able to, that there was going to be a complete shutdown and complete lockdown of the country, we divided our staff into groups. So people who lived in different areas, we chose supervisors, and those supervisors were responsible for checking in on those staff to be sure that everybody was fine. We then, I think, went to Oyinbo Market and spent a fortune on food and divided it quickly and gave it to everybody to go home, and made sure that the area supervisors made sure those people got the food that was given to them. So when this thing really, truly, and honestly happened, it was like, hell, what are we going to do? What does this mean? You know, what does this mean for the world? But there's something that I always believe, that out of every crisis, and you said exactly the same thing, there's always an opportunity. And I believe in the power of my spirituality, of God in me, to go inside myself to seek direction, to seek counsel, to seek wisdom, to seek next steps. And my prayer was always that my eyes would be open to see. You know, I've learned in the course of my life that the power of the spoken word will give you direction if you allow it, because you are a co-creator, gifted by God, gifted the power of co-creation by God. And so if you are in tune with your spirituality, doors will open, pathways will open. Where there's no way, ways will open. So for me, this is something I cannot separate. And this is precisely what I did. And my favorite song then was Sinachi's song, Waymaker. I sang that
That was
song.
a global song
Yes,
for everybody.
Waymaker was my song. And another more conventional Christian song, where there seems to be no way, God makes a way.
Yeah.
And I kept on, and then
Don't mind. God will make a way where
there seems to be no way. Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I don't have your notes, your chords to sing, so I won't attempt to sing. But what then happened was, because I was so in tune and because I was looking, the human brain is absolutely amazing. Because truly what you seek, you will find. And what you seek is also seeking you. So you got to understand that principle. And suddenly I just got a message from, I think it was even Mr. Felucia Phillips Consulting. He sent me something that they were making cloth masks in Belgium. As soon as I saw it like this, I just started calling my staff. I sent the picture to my staff. With your machine at home, can you make a sample of this thing? And they said, some of them said yes, they tried, but we don't have the elastic, we don't have the cotton. I just got the documentation from Lagos State to be able to move around. What factories could I go to go and get supplies, fabrics? Started bringing my staff in. Some of them worked for 2 hours before they got to the factory. Again, if we had not committed to care for them, would anybody have responded when I called? Perhaps not.
Yeah.
But they did. They worked. We totally re-engineered and rearranged the entire factory, and we started making prototypes of this machine. I sent a message to who I call a sister friend, Mrs. Dudu Peterside. Her husband is the founder of Stanbic IBTC. Yes, Mr. Atedo Peterside. And I sent a message to her that I'm trying to do this thing. Can you please read through this before I send? She said, read, K. I said, okay, please show it to Mr. Peterside. She said, nobody has time. Okay. Mr. Peterside said, go and make a 1-minute video. Make a 1-minute video about what you are doing and send it to him. I said, okay. I started looking for a videographer. I found one boy in Surulere. I told him, come, just come. We started making this video. We didn't finish until 11 p.m. Because by 4 o'clock, when I thought we were done, I sent a video that was 1 minute, 20 seconds to Mr. Peterside. And Mr. Peterside said, I said 1 minute. Nobody has the attention span. We had to start all over again to cut it, to take out this, to take this out, to add this, to remove this, readjusting. Finally, we were done by about 10. This boy had to go back to Surulere by himself that night, with nobody on the roads. But I got him a pass from Lagos State so he could go back. So he was safe. But the audacity, we wanted to do something and nothing was going to stop us from doing it. That 1 minute video came back to me from India, from Canada, from America, from the UK. By the time he sent it out to a group of people, we sent it out, it came back to me. What happened? Orders started coming in for face masks.
Wow.
100,000 here, 50,000 here, 25,000 here, 100 and something thousand here.
Wow.
My staff came back to work. We were like a Chinese sweatshop.
Wow.
And we started working. We had never made 1 million of anything before in our lives. We made 1 million masks at a time when there was no movement.
Wow.
Nobody can convince me that anything that I want to do, I cannot do it.
Wow.
After that. Nobody.
Wow.
Nobody. Under total lockdown, we brought in our staff. We had night shifts, we had day shifts, we had a full-time caterer that was cooking for people. We had LSDPC buses, those long buses that were picking people up as far as from Sobotedo, bringing them to Maryland, to GRA to come and work, and then taking them back. We found all of this and made all of this work during COVID, at a time when there was a global lockdown.
Wow.
Whatever you put your mind to and you focus on it, you will make it happen.
Wow. 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 My people, are you hearing? You need to be at this conference. Like I said before, the Conclave Summit will be coming up on Friday the 7th and Saturday the 8th of March. This year, 2025, is 2 days fully residential at the Marriott Hotel in GRA Ikeja. It is absolutely free for all the members of the Billionaire Conclave. It's our annual conference where members come together from all over. But like I've told you, we've broken it down now so that people don't need to come from all over the world. We are members in 15 countries on 6 continents. So now, if you are in North America, you don't need to come to Nigeria. I will be in Houston for the North American version in April. If you are in Europe, you don't need to come to Nigeria. I will be in Preston, England for the Europe version in March. But if you are anywhere in Nigeria or Africa, or you want to come to the Nigerian version, then you need to join us on the 7th and the 8th. If you are a Conclave member, it's absolutely free. It's part of your package as a mentee. If you want to be a member of the Billionaires Conclave so that you can attend free, call the numbers on the screen. But if you are not a member, it's $2,000 for you to be a part of this event. Our exchange rate is 1,500, which means it's 3 million naira. But listen, well, one of the reasons why we are doing this is because we want to give discount to everyone that joins us on this broadcast. So if you are listening to me right now, I am giving you a 50% discount to pay $1,000 instead of $2,000 if you make the payment before the end of this month. Before the end of this month, and that means you are paying 1.5 million naira. So call the numbers on the screen, and I look forward to seeing you in this meeting. You are hearing amazing things. Now imagine sitting down for 2 full days, listening to this and having an opportunity to ask our questions. I'm telling you, this is an opportunity you cannot afford to miss. Paul Nwanibe, CEO of Landmark Africa, will be there. I'm going to be there. She's going to be speaking. It's amazing. So, ma'am, I want to ask you a question.
Please go ahead.
You've spoken about God and family. I don't want to go there yet, but I want to talk about looking back at all the journey. What are the factors that you can say, this 1, 2, 3, 4? I can pick some things you said, but what are the factors that you can say in my business journey, my entrepreneurial journey? Because I say to people that in Nigeria, you can do everything right and still be wrong. In Nigeria, business plan doesn't necessarily have to go according to plan. So you have to be navigating and adjusting across the way. You have to be resilient. You have to really be tenacious. So what are the things that has helped you in all your business journey in the last 3 decades?
I think you have said, you have mentioned a few things. The biggest thing for me, as I discovered along the way, is the power of my mind and my ability to be agile in my thinking. You know, Nigeria is the kind of country where you come out and you have plan A, B, C, D, E, F.
Yeah.
And disruptions, your generator doesn't start, NEPA cuts your this one happens, that happens, or one bus is broken down, or something is not working. You have to have a mental toughness that says that, you know, no matter what happens, I'm going to get through this and I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that has been that resilience, that perseverance, that determination. I actually went into, it's not a dictionary anymore. You don't call it a dictionary. I Googled those words to see what they meant and what they mean in the course of my life and how I would apply them in the course of my life. Because it's easy to say, I'm resilient. And the first thing that happens, you give up. It's pushing through, that ability to push through regardless of the setbacks, regardless of the risks, regardless of the letdowns, regardless of everything that could go wrong, that goes wrong. Your ability to come back, for me, that's the biggest thing for me. The understanding of my customer base, the understanding of who I chose to be, my personal brand, as well as the brand Ruff and Tumble. The product is built on about 6 or 7 pillars. And the first one is the product itself. That product, who is it for? Why are you doing this product? Has it passed the test of time, or can it pass the test of time? What is this? What are the attributes of this product? What are you selling with this product? Are you selling the product, or are you selling the emotions that go with that product? So the product. Then there's the customer. Who is the customer? For us, we have customers as well as consumers. So the parents are the customers. The children are the consumers. The children are the ones that actually wear our clothes. Understanding demographics, the psychographics, understanding where they are, how you reach them, how you speak to them so that they understand. Yeah. Finance, understanding money, how money works, understanding how to manage costs, understanding that when you see revenue, it's not the same thing as profitability. It's not the same thing as I can take the money and I can go and have a good time. No, it's having the financial discipline is actually what I refer to it as. Yeah. The people, there is no business without people. So understanding the kind of people you need, profiling the kind of people you need, understanding what they will come and do in the business is very key. Yeah. Your marketing, very important. How are you marketing the products? How are you communicating the value of the products to people? Yeah. IT is the greatest disruption to all businesses. Our entire business is run on software that manages all our inventory, manages all the stores, manages all the people, and it's all in the cloud. And from one location, we can see all the stores. We can see when the stores are opened, when the stores are closed, the activities that happen in the stores, so that there is accountability with the people who are working in the stores. Yeah. And then there's what I then realized as my life progressed, which is giving back. When I started, it was about financial independence and freedom for me. It was very centered on what I wanted to do. And as I moved on in life, I realized that actually this was a gift. This was an opportunity to be a vessel of impact on not only on an industry, but on the lives of so many people. And so giving back is something that we do all the time, every year. We pick a school of about 400-500 children, and we give them brand new school shoes, and we sew their uniforms, brand new school uniforms for them. And when you see the smile on those children's faces, money can buy it. It's just the most fulfilling thing that we can do. So these are the the pillars that we set the business on, because a business needs structure. A business needs systems, processes. The very entrepreneurship is taking goods and services, or products. It's about taking them and creating sustainable value for people who are willing to pay. If they're not willing to pay, there's no business. So you can have a business idea. You have to have proof of concept. What is called proof of concept. If you don't have proof of concept, nobody's going to invest in you. Nobody's going to take you seriously. And you have to also take yourself seriously. Be disciplined, and create a personal brand that is built on values of integrity. For us, is built on values of integrity, of excellence, of teamwork, of respect, of innovation and integrity. And those things are important for us. You can't run a business without structure. When you start a business, you are the entire business. If you want to go very far and you want to gallop, you need a team. And you need a team that is aligned with your vision and wants to go on this same journey with you.
Wow.
So those are some of
that's amazing.
Just
you've spoken to us about how you navigated COVID. As leaders, we have been told now that we live in a VUCA world where there's volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity, and disruption. And so for leaders to be able to navigate disruption, because there are a lot of people that went belly up during COVID because they just couldn't know what to do. And you were able to navigate that. So can you share with us maybe one other instance during your business journey where you faced a very difficult situation, and how were you able to survive that, apart from this COVID experience?
So, again, great question, because what is important is that when you are leading, you are grounded in the vision that is set upon your heart. You are grounded in the values. Your say-do ratio is very important. Your trust quotient is very important. And so being in 23A John is where we used to be. When we come to the real conference, I'll share pictures of what that looked like. And sitting at 23A Isaac John, I got a bit comfortable. I had designed my life and structured my life in such a way that 5 minutes up the road was my children's school. 5 minutes down the road was where I lived, because I also wanted to be present in all those different areas of my life. And I came across I met a lady who said, "Oh, the person who owns your property is selling it to me." I said, "She's doing what?" But I mean, I just wrote her that I want to buy it. And she said, "We've almost closed out. In fact, we're about to pay her." This is where I have sat for almost 10 years, running this business, operating. I've invested in this site, and it was going to be sold, and I was going to be told to leave in 3 months. Talk about disruptions. I felt like I was a fish out of water. I had just been taken out of my comfort zone, and I was gasping for air. And I realized that, no, you don't need to gasp for air. Sit back, calm down, as that little boy said. What are the next steps? And it's again, it comes back to mental toughness. Your ability to pull yourself out of the chaos and sit down to be able to strategize and map out a path that will take you to the next level. And I needed a mindset shift immediately, because I was beginning to feel like a victim and sorry for myself. Why is this happening to me? Blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares why it's happening to you. This is the world. Life is unfair. So get over yourself. So what was the next thing I was going to do? I tried to go onto the expressway to see if I could buy land to build another place. And when I was on that land, I very clearly heard, this is not my plan for you. Go back to Isaac John. And what happened was, we had a property already on Isaac John that I was just I was so comfortable where I was that I wasn't willing to make the effort to develop that property. Yeah. And this was an investment that was made much earlier on in the life of the business. And I realized that this is where I need to go back to. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have an architect. I didn't have a team, construction company to build. I had nothing. And I had this landlady telling me, you need to leave, you need to leave, you need to leave. And so I said, look, I'm going to leave, but I have this place. I'm going to construct it in about 18 months. Where the money was going to come from, I didn't know, but I could see the building. I knew that I was going to put that building up. I knew I was going to do it, even though I had next to nothing to begin it. My brother then came back. He's an engineer. I said, okay, find me a team that can do this. Then I had to face the bank to raise 200 million naira 15 years ago.
Wow.
And what was I doing? I was selling children's clothes. And some banks just laughed at me.
Bank.
Some of them just laughed at me. I went to 6 banks that rejected me and said that was the same time that the South African brands were coming into town. They told me the South Africans were going to wipe me out of business. You know, things like that just make me laugh, because my mother always told me that somebody else can have the same vision as you, but they don't have your energy. They don't have your mindset. They don't have your determination. They don't have your level of resilience. They don't have your mental toughness. Maybe 5 steps into the game, they give up. 100 steps into the game, you're still going. You're still motivated. You're still moving. You're still doing things. You're still innovating. You're still relevant. So don't worry about what people say. And other people's good opinion must never define what you want to achieve in your life. I call it good opinion. It's not always good opinion. But other people have a right to their opinion. It's just that I don't need to adhere to it. And I don't need to listen to it. And I didn't. And so I sat down one day, and this is about network and net worth. I sat down one day, and the quality of people that you surround yourself with, because they would determine the trajectory of your life. I sat down one day in my office, and one of my sister friends, Mrs. Munishoni, you're looking for to do this building. I said, I'm still looking. The banks are still shutting the door in my face. And she said, do you know Herbert Wigwe, the MD of Access Bank? I said, not really. I've met him once or twice, but I don't really know him. She said, okay, I'll give you his number. She gave me his number. I called him. I introduced myself. Don't be afraid to call anybody. Don't be afraid to ask for anything that you want.
Yes or no?
Don't be afraid. Yes. It's either yes or it's a no.
No.
And neither of them can kill you. All they can do is make you either move forward or reset, rethink, and again evolve and begin again. And he gave me an appointment. I think it was 4 p.m. one day. I got myself ready. I went. I said, this is what I want to do, blah, 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 blah. He said, get your documentation together. By this time, having faced all the different levels of rejection from the banks, I realized with every rejection that I wasn't ready enough. So what did I need to do to prepare? I needed to get the numbers very clearly sorted out by a financial advisor who knew how to stress the numbers so that the bank could see that if the business is stressed, the business can still pay. That's what the bank is interested in. I had collateral, thank goodness, because that was one of the things. Again, that's another story for another day. We'll talk about that another time. But in this instance, I said, okay, you take this building that we're going to build. You take the documentation, take the papers, hold on to them. Learning to negotiate and not be afraid. I knew I'm disciplined. I'm responsible. I'm not going to gamble with the money. I'm going to build this thing. I'm not going to go buy myself a new car or buy myself a new bag. No. Financial discipline in business is not negotiable. It's a must. It's different from what you earn. What you earn that goes into your personal account, you can do what you like with it. Nobody will ask you. But money that belongs to the business is not your money. And people need to understand that. So what did I do? I went back to him. I got a financial advisor. I got somebody in the bank to work with me, to help me understand how the bank thinks. and what the bank is looking for. And so I prepared myself and now went back to him. 10 minutes into the conversation, I just said, Mrs. Ogunlesi will support you.
Wow.
The financial advisor took the marketing, it took the the numbers, took the financial projections. I took the branding, I took the next level of the business, the growth of the business, the growth trajectory of the business, what we wanted to do, how we were going to acquire new customers. I took all of those things. And 10 minutes, I just said, Mrs. Ogunlesi, we are in on this with you. We'll support you. That was the biggest yes I ever got.
Wow.
And I never borrowed 200 million naira selling children's clothes. A friend of mine told me, are you mad? I said, yes, I am. I'm jumping off the cliff. I'm building, growing my wings, that I will not crash before I get down, before I go back into the air.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And look at the impact it has had on the garment and retail industry in Nigeria.
Nigeria. Yeah.
Talk about both of those sectors of the economy without mentioning Ruff and Tumble and without mentioning Gatimo Apparel.
Yeah.
It's possible because it has, what we have done is we have totally awakened the industry. Look at what is happening in the garment industry today. If you go to a function, 99.9% of the people that are at that function are wearing something that is made in Nigeria.
Nigeria. Yeah.
Having achieved that, I can go and rest. I can stop working.
Wow.
That's, for me, that's the biggest achievement. We are proud to wear things that are made in Nigeria. That's one of the things that I set out to do.
Wow. And we say thank you for being a pioneer, for blazing the trail and being consistent over the years. As we begin to wrap it up, we are having this conference, and many times when we have conferences, because I'm a pastor, apart from being a businessman, and I know the level of, we just had a major conference on the 3rd of January. We had over 2,000 people there, about 27,000 people online. It was absolutely free, School of Money, just to help people start the year. In another 2 weeks, we are running a 1-week entrepreneurship academy, Monday to 20th to 25th. For a whole week, we're going to feed them, we're going to train them on entrepreneurship and all this stuff. We just do that to give back. You'll just pay 30,000 and just come and learn for 1 week, and let's train you. We've raised over 3,000 entrepreneurs in the country. So we do a lot of that. But sometimes we also do events where people pay $10,000. They want to come and learn how to do real estate and all this stuff. And this one now is our Conclave Summit. We're saying people should come because Marriott Hotel, one night alone is almost $1 million now. So we're giving. So how important is personal development and paying to develop yourself? How important is that? Let's help talk to people about that, because many times when, because of people's different, they're like, when am I going? What are they going to teach us? And I'm like, do you guys have an idea what it costs to be who we are? So please talk to that man. Yeah.
I would say that if you are asking what are they going to teach us, you are totally not ready to grow. And life will teach you. And I just hope that the price you then pay will not be too high. For me, personal development and growth is non-negotiable. It's one of the pillars of my personal life. I am my biggest asset. I am the biggest investment. The biggest investment I will make in my life is in me.
Yeah.
It's not in anybody else. It's in me. Because when I invest in myself, when I come out into the world, when I'm competent, when I'm capable, when I'm of good character, I have integrity, people will look for me.
Yeah.
I become the best in my field. My work will speak for me. My work will go before me and speak for me. People will look for me. I will become so good that nobody can ignore me. And the only way you can do that is by investing in yourself, and by having an open mind to learning. We must always be learning. So long as we are alive, learning is not optional. Learning is a must, especially in a world that is so VUCA, as you said earlier, that is so dynamic, that is so disruptive. Look now, there's another pandemic in China or something like that.
Yes,
God knows where that will go to. God knows where it will lead to. Nobody knows. But if you don't feel that you are worth an investment in yourself, but you are ready to pay for Ashwebi You are ready to pay for a night out with your friends. You are ready to drive a flashy car and there's nothing in between your head. When you open your mouth, people know what you know.
Yeah.
And whether you are worth listening to or not.
Yeah.
So build yourself because you deserve it. Build yourself because you are worth it. Investing in yourself is the biggest gift you can give yourself. And for me, it's non-negotiable. So
Negotiable.
pay is not negotiable. I like that statement. There are things in my life that are not negotiable. And learning and development is one.
Wow. So if you are listening to us right now, how much value do you place on yourself? You are your greatest asset. And many times when people ask me, excuse me, sir, what do you think I should invest in? I have 5 million, I have 10 million, I have 800,000. I say, invest in yourself. Because if you know better, you will do better.
Absolutely.
The more you know, the more you grow. So invest in your personal development. And that's why this is one meeting you cannot afford to miss. So if you're a member of the Billionaires Conclave, we look forward to a reunion with you. But if you are not a member, you can become a member. Just call those numbers and find out how you can be a member of the Billionaires. But if you are not a member, you want to join us, it's $2,000 for you to be a part of this. And our exchange rate is 1,500 naira, which makes it 3 million. But we're doing 50%, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, so that we can give you a foretaste. So that when we are telling you we are giving you a discount, you're like, wow. So we're giving you a 50% discount to pay $1,000 instead of $2,000 if you pay this month of January. You don't even need to complete the payment. Just do maybe like 50% deposit so that we book your slot and get the hotel sorted out, and then you balance before the event. So this money we cover for 2 days fully residential at the Marriott Hotel, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, conference material, and the event itself is going to be an amazing opportunity. So call the numbers on the screen and join us. Finally, ma'am, what will be your final word? What should people expect as you come to bless us this time?
I think for me, the biggest gift would be an awakening. An awakening to you beginning to understand the power that lies within you and the power that lies within your mind. And to begin to unravel the capabilities that you have, regardless of what you see. You will learn that your circumstances should never dictate your experiences. You have the power to design the experiences that you choose to have in your life. So for me, it's a life by design. And I will say this simple quote from, I think it's Aristotle. If a man knows not where he goes, there is no wind that is favorable. So when you know who you are and you know where you want to go, the winds will get behind your sail and you will take off like a rocket on the seas.
Wow.
And that's what you want to expect.
Wow.
You want to be able to take off in 2025 and not look back and not be distracted by the things that happen in the marketplace.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, ma. Thank you for this sacrifice. This is a full foretaste. If you are listening to me right now, I'm going to be putting this. I'm going to save it on IGTV and put it on our YouTube channel so that you can get the foretaste. But we look forward to seeing you at the conference. Thank you very much, man. Let's release
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We
Thank you.
look forward to seeing you at the summit. Okay, everyone.
So let me tell everyone.
Okay.
When you have this kind of people coming to share with you, come with an open mind. And I will tell you something honestly. $1,000, 1.5 million naira is nothing from what you will get from people who have lived the experience of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I'm not straight from an MBA school. I have lived the experience of entrepreneurship. Every aspect of entrepreneurship, I have experienced it. Paul has experienced it. When we tell you, when we talk, listen, it will change your life. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, everyone, that's our session for today. Do everything you can. Just get those numbers that are on the screen. Those numbers are what you need 0809 144 7423. 0809 144 7423 or 0802 305 9058. 0802 305 9058. Now listen, if you want to take advantage of the 50% discount to pay $1,000, which is 1.5 million, you need to register and pay this month. If you cannot complete the payment, at least do like 500 or 700, and then you can balance before the event in March. We need to know who is coming so that we can book your room. Our members are coming for free. All their rooms have been paid for. But if you are joining us, we need to know so that we can get extra room for you. So make sure you see, yes, Oluwadara said this session alone is worth $1 million. That's true. And you see, many people need to understand that we are trying to make a difference in our world, and that's why we are doing it. So make up your mind right now. This is one of the best investments you can give to yourself this year. This is one of the best investments you can give to yourself this year. So call the numbers on the screen again, 0809 144 7423. 0809 144 7423 or 0802 305 9058. If you call and you are not getting through, send the WhatsApp, send the text message. We will get back to you. Send us a DM. If you are not following me on social media, follow me now. Click the follow button now on Instagram. Click it now so that you start following me, and then you can send me a DM with your phone number that you are interested. The office will get in touch with you. Those of you in North America, I'm going to be in Houston for this same conference. Those of you in Canada, I'm going to be in Toronto. Those of you in the UK, in Europe, I'm going to be in Preston, England in the month of March for this same conference. So you cannot afford to miss the opportunities that are available through this conference. So thank you very much for joining me. We decided to do this during lunch hour today so that you can be, informed about this opportunity. And I look forward to having you become a part of the Billionaires Conclave or join us for this meeting. God bless you all. Bye for now. I'm going to save this video so you can send it to anyone you think needs to be in this event so that they can know more about it. God bless you all. Bye for now.